Oh, nice metaphor. Oh, hello there, you astonishing creature. As you can see, I do have quite a ridiculous number of old VHS videos and a badger clock. Don't look him in the eye or you'll be dead by dawn. So what I'm going to do in this particular video is just pick out 3 of these tapes pretty much at random. Yes, those are 4 copies of Death Wish 3, and I'm just going to show you the box and the blurb on the back and hope that it entertains you in some way. Let's see. Now then, look at this. The Beast of the Dead. I've yet to watch it, but I've wanted to watch this for a long time, and it's the first of the so-called Blood Island trilogy, which was a trilogy, clearly, shot in the Philippines by this director here, Eddie Romero, who, as far as I know, is no relation to George whatsoever. Looks like Marlon Brando was having a really bad day when that was shot. I can't remember what Eddie Romero actually did on Apocalypse Now. He might have just been there when they filmed it. I'm not sure. I mean, there are so many things that I love about these old videos. One thing is obviously the artwork. Look at that. But another thing is very much the blurb on the back, because the blurb was often written by some bloke at this tiny distribution company who just wanted to sell the video and didn't really know how to write. So let's have a look. At last it's on video. That's incredible. Well, I think we can safely assume that it went straight to video. This rarely seen horror movie opens new doors in visual terror. Hopefully audio terror as well, unless it's a silent movie. When released, The Beast of the Dead, don't need those quote marks, was ahead of its time. It failed to win the acclaim it deserved. Did it indeed? The original uncut version, I would wager that there was never any other version. Another great thing about VHS is there's just... I mean, I know you can open up a Blu-ray, but opening up a VHS just is a whole other thing. Look at that. The Kings of Horror Battle to the Death. I haven't seen this film, once again. I should really watch it, especially as it's got... Well, it does have Lon Chaney in it. Anyway, let's have a look, see what's going on the back there. Ah, yes. With a sudden slash of an axe. Do axes slash? I suppose they do. The blade kind of slashes through the air, but somehow it doesn't seem right. Anyway, with a sudden slash of an axe, Joan is decapitated on the beach at midnight. Right, that's a poor start for Joan, isn't it? In a hellish laboratory hidden below the freak emporium, in quotes, Dr. Dracula, really Dr. Frankenstein, drains, that's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? Drains his corpses to distill the all-powerful blood serum. Mike and Judith set out to find her sister Joan. Caught and trapped in Dracula's torture chamber, they outsmart the Doctor and slaughter him with his own... See, the thing is, one real hallmark of VHS era blurbage is that they just tell you the whole plot. Now, I don't understand why they would do that. Why do you do that? Why the spoilers? Dracula's power burns Mike to death. The vampire is unable to control the Frankenstein monster, and the pair engage in a gruesome battle from which there will be no survivor. Oh, so have you just told us the end of the film? So they kill each other, do they? I suppose the makers of this film probably had the same problem they had with Freddy versus Jason. You know, who should win that battle? Now this box is really gorgeous because not only does it have the lovely artwork, but the artwork is actually printed onto the case. Whereas this one here, The Beast of the Dead, I'm sure people know this, but then again, there are probably people who are younger and have never even seen a VHS tape before. So this thing has like a plastic outer sleeve in which there is the actual sleeve. Whereas this one has the artwork actually just printed straight on to this plastic box, and it's gorgeous. Super video. One of those video labels that really did live up to its name. Wonderful. Right, this is the third and final tape, but I think you'll agree it's a grand finale. My Friends Need Killing. That's quite a good title, I'm saying. I mean, you know, the strength of a title often lies in its ability to provoke questions in people. And straight away, my first question is, why does this guy, well, I think we can assume it's a guy, why do this guy's friends need killing, in his opinion? Let's have a look on the back. An embittered war veteran turns executioner in this very tense, exceedingly savage... exceedingly. You really don't see the word exceedingly very often, do you, anymore? I think the last time I saw the word exceedingly, it was in connection with Mr. Kipling's Exceedingly Good Cakes back in 1962 or something like that. This tense, exceedingly savage thriller, as he tries to salve his own conscience and erase the ever-reoccurring, not clunky at all, that is it, the ever-reoccurring nightmares of the horrors inflicted on defenceless Vietnamese villagers. Fired by a psychopathic hatred, the American soldier stalks his former comrades, on whom he delivers a bloody revenge until there is but one survivor left. Shattering climax. That is a brilliant final paragraph. Talk about brutal and to the point. I can't help feeling like whoever was hired to write this blurb, just when they got to the third paragraph, their boss told them that they weren't being paid by the word. I think that's probably what happened there. Well, now, I certainly hope that you've tolerated this little look at 3 of the tapes from my VHS collection. I may show you a few more of them if enough of you like, subscribe and share and all that YouTube stuff that happens down there. Maybe I'll also talk about writing and all my work. And if you have a question about either of those last 2 things that you'd like me to answer, then feel free to ask away in the comments below. And likewise, if you saw a tape from the hastily filmed shots of my collection earlier that you'd like to nominate for me to take a closer look at in a future edition of whatever this is, then feel free to ask again in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and please excuse this plug for my novel The Last Days of Jack Sparks, which is about to happen any moment now. I certainly hope you've tolerated this little look at 3 of the tapes in my ridiculous VHS collection. I may show you a blah, 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 blah. I certainly hope that you've tolerated this look at 3 of the tapes in my ridiculous VHS collection. I may show you more of them if enough of you like, share, subscribe and all that YouTube-y stuff down there. I wasn't pointing at my own, you know what I was pointing at.